Premium iPhone cases, but are they worth it? Let's have a look. Dave Taylor here, and I'm looking at iPhone cases again. Yes, there are a zillion iPhone cases out there, but I'm always on the market, always looking for that perfect case. So, Bodyguardz sent me a couple of different cases. Well, more than a couple, but it really represents two different styles. This is the Ace Pro, there's two of these, and then there are three that are the Harmony design. So, all of these feature lifetime warranty, which is good because they're fairly spendy, but we'll get back to the price in a bit. So, let's start out with the Ace Pro. So I have two different color schemes. Let's pull this out. So this one is known as clear, and you can see it has a really nice bumper on the side. They call it impact gel, and it's very low profile. So here's basically the same case. The only difference is that the bumper is white versus gray. So let's go ahead and put it on the phone and see what it looks like. So this is for the iPhone 10 and 10s. As you see, it goes on pretty darn easy, and all the cutouts and everything are perfectly sized and everything. You can see in the close-up the speakers, the plug, everything. It all is just so, which is good and exactly what you would expect. It also has just the barest, actually, you know, it says they have a bezel that's above the surface of the screen, and that might be true, but with my screen protector on, it's basically the same height, and that's a bit of an issue because if your phone hits face down, you want to have the case absorb the impact, not the screen. So if you're a screen protector sort of person, then that is one feature that does not, unfortunately, seem to translate well. But the bumpers are really good, and of course with wireless charging we want to test and see, and it does do wireless charging as exactly as I would expect. So that's the Ace Pro, and the buttons and everything, they're all plasticky, but it's all good. And it comes in clear or smoke black or clear gray, which is this one, or pink and white, which I don't have. I guess this is just, I don't know, maybe this is the clear model which has the white edge on it. Not exactly sure. So this particular case will run you $34.95 at bodyguardz.com. But let's go and look at the other one because I think the Harmony is actually the cooler case. So now the Harmony case, here's a funny bit of trivia. This design was, quote, inspired by women's sunglasses is what the company says. And as you can see, hopefully, everything has a gradation on it. So this is gray, and they went way much more fun in terms of the color names. So we got this one too, which goes from a sort of aqua to magenta. And then we have a third one that goes from, let's see, from clear to a nice dark violet. So I know these are really hard for you to see, but let's just sort of run with it. Trust me on this color schemes. Or you can go onto their website and look at them, right? So let's go ahead and put one of these on the phone. And it's slightly more snug, but this is actually a better fitting case, and it's a little more protective. But it does have that same issue where the bezel really is only maybe just barely above the surface of my screen protector. If I didn't have a screen protector, then I would definitely have that security. But this is actually a better made case, though it does, well, yeah, I know though about it actually. This is just a nicer case. One of the things that's really interesting about it is that it is that sort of impact absorbent TPU and everything, but the buttons, as you can see in this close-up, are actually metal. And that's kind of a nice little sort of premium looking feature. And the other thing that I think is really interesting about it is on the very bottom, you see in this close-up, that they actually have a screen over the speaker holes so that it actually helps protect the phone. It doesn't actually do anything about the plug connector, so it's not full protection. It's not designed to be a full, you know, all-encompassing case. But in terms of just having something where there's some good impact absorption and a very nice looking design, this definitely meets your needs, and it does wireless charging. Again, I mean, no surprise there. Of course it does that. So that's really all I can say about these. I love the colors, the color names, right? So I told you the color names of the Ace Pro, right? The Harmony color names are, you ready for this? Unicorn, Rose Quartz, Amethyst, Lucky, and Shade. So what are these? Well, that's a darn good question. Let's see. So I don't see where on the label it tells us color names, so I will not be able to translate the cases I have to their fancy color names, but I don't care because I just want to give them extra props for these great color names. You know, whether you understand what color Lucky is versus Unicorn, that's on you, man. But they're just great names. They're very fun. And as you can see, hopefully, it's really very attractive. I think I'm going to just leave this case on my phone for a while and enjoy it because it's just the colors. They really nailed the colors and the whole shape of it. It just has a really nice feel. Now, before I tell you the price of the Harmonies, let me go ahead and ask if you can click and subscribe on my channel. I really appreciate when you subscribe and leave me a comment. If you have an iPhone or heck, any phone, what kind of case do you have on it? And don't tell me you're one of that minority of people that just have their phone with no cases. Every time I see someone like that, it makes me anxious, and it does not surprise me when I see people with phones without cases that have cracked screens. These are very, very expensive devices. You really want to invest a little bit in protection. Now, having said that, the Harmony is the more expensive one from Bodyguardz. The Harmony iPhone 10 or 10s case will cost you $39.95, and you can pick it up at bodyguardz.com, and they also sell them through all the main cell phone outlets, and you can pick them up at Best Buy too. So, I like these. I wish they had a little bit more bezel on them, but otherwise, there's a lot to like about these particular cases, and I think this one's going to stay on my iPhone, which means I will catch you in my next video.